Hey you guys, welcome back to Lisa & Company, and I am so glad you could be here today for some really special family favorite DIYs. If you love budget-friendly DIY design and decor, then hit that subscribe button and you'll never miss a new video. So today's DIYs are all centered on one of my family's favorite Christmas movies, and that is The Polar Express. I hope by the time we are finished this video, you are gonna have the hot chocolate song in your head, just like I have the entire time I've been working on this video. But why don't we just get started and see how it goes. So you guys, to start this DIY, we're gonna take 5 of these Dollar Tree frames, and I picked these ones because they are square, they've got a really nice shape and a really low profile frame, but it's got the glass in there, which I'm gonna be really careful with because we all know they break super easy. So I'm gonna get these all opened up, and then we are gonna paint the frame white and then wait until you see what we do with the glass. If anybody has any ideas what to do with all these crazy little clips, drop me a comment down below. All right, we're gonna start by getting these frames painted. Took about a coat and a half of the white chalk paint. Just remember, don't go over your nearly dry chalk paint with your next coat. Wait until it's completely dry, or it just tends to pick up what you already put down. Alrighty, to turn this glass into a gift slash lantern slash Polar Express, absolutely cool piece of decor, I'm gonna be using Dollar Tree duct tape. Now, I wish I could have found a skinny red tape, but I couldn't, so we're gonna make this work, and I think it's actually gonna look really, really good. It's just not going to look exactly like the one on the Polar Express. But let's get started and I'll show you my plan for this. We're going to start by placing our first piece of the red duct tape corner to corner. Then I'm going to be using some simple masking tape to use as spacers by placing them on either side and then just continuing to lay down the duct tape. Now you're going to do this 4 more times to all the frames. Now, if we were to leave it like this, you'd be able to see right through the glass to the other side of the duct tape, as well as whatever you put inside. So we're going to use a little kitchen parchment paper and create a really nice frosted effect. I have some double-sided tape I picked up at the dollar store, and we're just going to place that on all 4 corners and attach the parchment paper with that. Then just grab your utility knife and trim off the edges for a nice, clean, neat finish. And I did forget to say that I did the same thing to trim off the tape, but you guys are smart. I know you knew what I already did. With the painted frames dry and all of the glass with its tape and parchment paper, we are ready to start putting this together. Now, I want to remind you that the Dollar Tree glass is extremely fragile, so do not press down on it with any kind of pressure. I'm using my fine tip glue gun just to go along and put just the tiniest amount of glue, just enough that it will hold this together. Pop it in, and like you can see, I'm only pressing on the very edges of the glass. If you press anywhere in the middle of that, it is just going to pop right through. So you guys, this feels like a good time to just give you a little reminder what I was attempting to make versus the way this is actually turning out. So I'm going to show you and then I'll be right back. So did you catch it? Billy's Gift has horizontal and vertical stripes, and for some reason, I made my stripes diagonal. Now, I think we get the gist of it, and I still think it looks really cool, but I don't know where my brain was when I was putting down that tape. Let's get this assembled. I am going to do one side at a time and run a bead of glue and then attach my piece right on top. And we're going to just assemble the whole box this way. Now you remember there are 5 pieces to this. That's because I didn't want anything on the bottom. So you can add lights or flameless candles or whatever you like inside to light this up. Now I want to show you how I'm putting this together because it's a trick I've learned that I find works really well. When you assemble this, instead of putting 2 at one end and 2 at the other, I want you to try this. Put each one that you attach inside the next one, and that will make your project much more steady. Now, having said that, I went ahead and made a mistake on mine. This one should have been on the outside, and I glued it together on the inside, but I like to keep it real on Lisa & Company, so I thought I'd show you my mistake. Your last one is to put that frame on top, and that is going to really straighten up your sides and make your project nice and sturdy, or at least as sturdy it can be with Dollar Tree frames. So I couldn't find exactly the ribbon I wanted to finish this, so I went with a couple of different Dollar Tree products. I'm going to use the sticky tape. I love this stuff. It's actually adhesive, and you just peel off the back and stick it right down. And then I'm going to use the tube mesh to make the bow on top. Now just work your way all the way around the box, creating that beautiful ribbon detail, just like in the picture. You guys, I am so stinking excited about this Polar Express lantern. I ended up forgetting to show you how I made that bow, but you can see I just went back and forth and tied it all together. I used a couple of flameless Dollar Tree candles inside. Oh my goodness, I am crazy about this, and I cannot wait for Christmas Eve when we watch the Polar Express. I am so excited to be back with the Lisas of YouTube, created by my friend Lisa at Crafting My Best Life with Lisa Marie and Lisa Kennedy, the Dollar Mom. Make sure you guys check out the playlist below and don't miss a thing. Now, you guys, this one's pretty simple, but I have always wanted to make one of those really pretty snowy scenes, but I never find the good jars that I see other YouTubers get their hands on. However, I did find this fishbowl at my Restore, and I figured it would be perfect and a great deal too. So we're going to be using all these little bits and pieces to create a really beautiful snowy, yes, I'm going to use the Dollar Tree faux snow and create a beautiful snowy scene straight out of the North Pole. First up, I think Santa's sled needs a coat of beautiful crimson paint to give it that Christmassy spirit. So I'm using my Dollar Tree ornament and just giving it a great coat of this red chalk paint. And next up, I'm going to take some of this beaded garland I picked up at Walmart last year, and I'm going to use it to create a really pretty detail at the top. Now, if you don't have this kind of garland, or any kind of garland for that matter, baker's twine or ribbon or whatever you have in your stash and whatever matches your decor will look absolutely fantastic. When I get to the end, before I glue down that garland, I'm going to trim it off, and then I'm going to put just a dab of hot glue inside that bead so that the twine that's inside will hold just nicely. I decided to leave these on the twine because I thought it would make them line up really, really well rather than gluing each one down individually. Now we're just going to pop 2 of those Dollar Tree bottle brush trees inside. We're going to put in a whole bunch and then a whole bunch more of the faux snow, and then we're going to put our sleigh right inside. Now I saw a really cool tip when you're using this faux snow. Instead of opening up the entire top of the bag, all I did was trim off one corner, and it seems to contain it a little bit better. I'm really loving the subtlety in this DIY. I think it's really pretty and understated. It didn't take very long to put together. And again, I think this would be a great one to do with your kids or your grandkids. So I already told you that the Polar Express has a really special place in the hearts of my family. And one of the things that I always loved about the Polar Express, that as my kids grew up and they reached that age where maybe they were having a tough time believing in Santa, I was able to say, well, if you believe, he will come. And I always loved that. And yet I've never ever made one of the believe signs with the bells. So I decided to make one for this video. I started with one of the Dollar Tree box frames and painted the inside and the outside of the frame in the same red I've used all through this video. Then I'm going to paint the inside in my linen white chalk paint and attach a Cricut decal. A few finishing touches and we're going to be finished this DIY in no time. I'm going to take some of this really pretty twine I picked up at Michael's and run it around the inside to hide all my paint imperfections. I'm going to use that same twine to hang my bell from Dollar Tree. I absolutely love these bells with the little star and the snowflake on them. But first, let's add our decal. If you're wondering why I'm using a wooden spatula for this, well, it's because we're moving and I've already started packing and I cannot find my Cricut spatula anywhere. So I figured the wooden one would do the trick. It's got nice rounded edges. There's no rough surfaces on it. And you know what? It worked. And that's probably why they say necessity is the mother of invention, my friends. I'm going to attach my twine to my beautiful bell, tie it all together and create a little bow at the top, and that's how I'm going to hang it, by gluing it to the top of the frame. I absolutely love this, and I have a feeling this is going to be part of our holiday decor for many, many years to come. These DIYs were really close to the heart for me, and I can't wait to share them with the kids. And of course, by kids, I mean my very grown up 18 and 25-year-old Polar Express loving kids. I really hope you guys enjoyed these DIYs and you may try out some of these with your own family. Don't forget to check out the other Lisa's videos. I'm going to attach the playlist down below. So that's a wrap for me today, you guys. I really hope you'll give this video a like and maybe you'll even hit the subscribe button because it really tells YouTube that you enjoy my videos and it helps my channel grow. I really appreciate you stopping by and we'll see you in the next video. Here's a couple more videos I thought you might enjoy. Don't forget to hop on over to Instagram where I share all kinds of daily shenanigans from my family, dog stuff, hauls, and of course this upcoming crazy move. See you next time.